So the big news in Washington and everywhere else is a ruling by a court you probably have never heard of called the Court of International Trade, which unanimously, in a 3-0 decision, ruled that Donald Trump's tariffs, or at least the bulk of Donald Trump's tariffs, were illegal, that he exceeded his power, and that they needed to end immediately. Now, the Court of International Trade has 3 judges that were appointed by Ronald Reagan, Barack Obama, and Donald Trump, just in case you were wondering about their political affiliations. And I think that everyone is reading, including Donald Trump, is reading this decision wrong. Okay, so let me explain why. The left, Democrats, sort of celebrated that Trump was slapped down in this, that he had exceeded his powers. Basically, what the court ruled was that Donald Trump was operating under these emergency powers, basically because the U.S. has had a trade deficit for decades. Donald Trump said, okay, well, this is an emergency, and therefore I'm allowed to this broad definition of putting tariffs in place. Okay, so the court said, no, that's not the case. And Democrats loved it, right? Donald Trump restricted by the court on his signature issue. Anytime he takes a defeat, Democrats celebrate. And Trump reacted as Trump normally reacts, which is they immediately announced that they would appeal. This will probably wind up getting appealed to the Supreme Court. And his aides that he sent out there said, this is judicial overreach, and this is judges restricting what a president can do, and this is not how things could work. Okay, so those reactions, I think, were very typical. Let me give you my take on this. To me, this court just handed Donald Trump a get out of political jail free card. Because I've said many times over, these tariffs are a political death sentence for the Republican Party. They don't work politically. We can argue about whether they might work economically in the long run, but politically speaking, they are bad. They cause the stock market to go down. They cause uncertainty. They cause people to not trust Trump and the Republican Party as much when it comes to the economy. They're all bad. So I really think that they won't do this. I know they're already not doing this, folks, but I really think that this gives Donald Trump the perfect excuse in a lot of ways to stop with these tariffs. Because think about it. This is what he can do. He can get out from under a politically disastrous proposition, which is these tariffs, right? They're never going to sell, politically speaking. And yet he's not able to walk away from them because he has said for so long that they're so important and you have to do them. And he's put them at the center of his campaign, et cetera, et cetera. So he, from a pride perspective, it just keeps trying to put them on. Even though they're not working politically at all, he keeps doing it. Okay, so now he can say, well, I wanted to do it, but these damn courts wouldn't let me. Okay, number one. And number two, which I hinted at in number one, is he can play the victim. This is the role to which he was born, right? Donald Trump as sort of take it, his hands are tied here, folks. There's nothing else he can do. He tried, but the courts got in his way. Damn courts. Like, it seems to me perfect for him, right? Because it gives him a way to get out of a situation that he had, a hole he had dug himself, but a hole he was not going to get out of otherwise. And now he can say, well, the courts restricted me. Now, he might be able to do this anyway, because if it does go to the Supreme Court and Trump loses, he can probably make that same argument, right? And until then, the tariffs will be, he won't be able to impose them because of the court ruling. Okay, so it's possible they appeal it to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court gives a very similar ruling to what the Court of International Trade gave, and Donald Trump does exactly what I just said, which is plays the victim, but benefits politically because tariffs are bad for politics. So maybe this all plays out that way, just on a longer timeline. But I am telling you, when I saw this ruling, I thought this gives Donald Trump the out that he badly needs politically on this issue. You know, and I also thought to myself, he probably won't take it, which is true, but I really think that's how you should look at it. This gives him a way out of a political cul-de-sac. There was no way out. This now gives him a way out. Now, does he take it? Whole other question. All right, everyone. Ask you to do one thing. Just hit that subscribe button for me. It's free and it's easy. Those are the two best things in life, free and easy. So do it and support my journalism. Take care.